I'm still playing.
Working there a little. I'll hold off for this.
Get that.
Hey, Charles, Walmart's got those little tripods like I've got. I think it was $23.
Oh, this is Vernon's.
Oh, I was gonna say, but
It's sturdier.
Got a little wind up
Yeah.
extension tight.
Yeah.
Can I ask our secretary and Vice Chairman Bart Crawford to say a prayer?
We ask the Creator to watch over us today and guide us through our meeting and the decisions we make for our people. We ask the Creator to take care of our elders and our veterans, all of our service people, wherever they may be. Please take care of them, bring them home, and watch over all of us. Amen.
Amen.
Nothing. That way.
Two or three tribal members over the last week or so approached me and said, well, why are you meeting in Caney? And I jokingly told them, because the judges want to throw us in jail. but
We can do that.
I'm just kidding. We, looks like they're getting them. Is this going to be the courtroom?
Yes.
So this is the courtroom. Nice big room. Roll call.
Chairman Brooks. John Sumter.
Here.
Homer Scott.
Here.
Bonnie Joe. Here. Berta Crawford here. Deanne Ketchum is absent, and Joe Brooks is absent. We have a quorum.
I was going to read the letter from Deanne, which I received over the weekend. Deanne has resigned.
Is that going to be down though under new business or?
It can be. And Joe Brooks asked me to, for this board, to make sure that his absence was unexcused since it's not tribal business that he's away over. I welcome the guest. Do the justices or any of our guests or our chief have anything they'd like to bring before the trust board?
I appreciate the trust board come up here for this, like you say, once annual meeting, I guess you'd say, but I know it's maybe it's not inappropriate, but I feel grateful for you guys coming up here for the one shot. I appreciate that.
Any other guests?
Can we get a little air in here?
Pardon?
Can we get a little cool air in here?
It is a little.
We could just open a window if we need to, Bruce.
I couldn't say nothing. I thought I was having my flashes. I know what these ladies are talking about now. It's just,
I'm gonna get out of this wool vest, actually.
I move to approve the agenda
Do I hear a
as
second?
presented.
All in favor? Opposed? The agenda is approved unanimously. been back to approve. Do I hear a second? All in favor of the motion to approve, say aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Unanimous. The treasurer was Deanne. And of course, she has resigned. I will report that I told her that a lot of those fund balance had to be in March. It was $3,955,299.75. I think that's the most money we've had since at least the year 2000, and possibly the year 1999. We're getting real close to back to 4 million almost.
Well, if I'm reading, when Joe reported last month that it was 3,902,151.80, and so it's gone up over $50,000 in a month.
Hope we keep making this.
So we might go over 4 by the 1st of June.
That would be
Good.
wonderful.
It's possible. I remember one time back between 1995 and 98, at one point we had 4.4 million. I guess we really hadn't done too good when you look at the history of that, but we are coming back. Might go well. Exceed that 4.4 million as soon as we can.
I think we're doing really good considering that we have gone going 3 million, and even with the downturn in the stock markets. Do we want to accept the treasurer's report pending audit?
I'll entertain the motion. Okay. So there's a
Second.
all in favor of accepting the treasurer's report.
Right.
Opposed? Abstentions? Unanimous. Committee reports, I'm sorry. We do have some old business, and that is to approve a resolution which
So, 2013-03.
that in effect keeps our fiscal
Yeah,
year.
Yeah, that'll be, this is the one that this week.
It's on the
Fiscal
agenda,
year
it says so
calendar.
long.
Okay.
We were gonna change our new fiscal year to that of the tribes, but the county office informed us that was gonna mess up the accounting system real bad. It was gonna cost us quite a bit of money to do it that way. And they asked us to leave it on the calendar year. And that's what this resolution does.
both of them, which one, 03, 01?
Oh, three.
Oh, three, the very bottom of the stack. This, leaving it at a fiscal year, could be a really big help if we, as we change things. Because if our fiscal year doesn't start January 1st, maybe we can do our budgets later and have a more accurate accounting than what we expect. That's just a side plus on it. I think Gene said in order to bring the accounting company in that did the software, it was going to cost us about $7,000 or $8,000 minimum to come in and change everything. So that's why we wanted to stay with the calendar year. I'll move to approve resolution 2013-03.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve resolution 2013-03. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Can't get anything for it, man. Committee reports. The Economic Development Committee Chair Joe Gross is absent. So I'll call on Vernon Crawford, Chair of Community Services.
Community Services met on April 8th, I believe. We received six applications and approved them. 2 were for burial, 1 was for rent assistance, and 3 were medical. For community services, and that's all I can say for that this month.
The Culture Preservation Committee met as always. Basically, I'd like to report that our powwow's coming up in less than 3 weeks. And we welcome you again before the powwow. At least a couple, or actually about 4 culture preservation committee members, including Chief Dan Brown, myself, and somebody else went to the ceremony really honoring the code talkers up in Bonner Springs a couple of weeks ago. And Mr. Sumter and myself attended a reading of that play, Man on a Hatter, down in Oklahoma City. Other than that, culture preservation has nothing to report except everybody come to the powwow. Education, Vernon Crawford.
Education met on the same day as community services. We had 3 applications. 1 was for both tech assistants and 2 for athletic, and they were all approved. And an item I forgot to mention with the community services, I've been in touch with a tribal member that works, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but she works with pharmaceuticals and getting people either free or low price medicines. And she is going to work up a program for us to help with community services and try to better serve. And I was gonna work this out, she and her daughter work together and make this possible. Get it set up so we know how we can reach out and make the best service we can. If anybody else comes up with an idea, please let us know and we will gladly accept it.
Land management was Deanna's design. Essentially, the land management committee
Yeah, the graveyard thing.
they're all temper. I think they're actually done where it's temporary.
The window is looking real well, real well. It's been clean, a lot of buck brush, poison ivy. Actually, you can get down in there now and go look if you want. Everyone's welcome. As long as you stop at the house, pay the common courtesy of letting the man know that you're down there. He has no problem for you going down there, or anyone for that matter. You know, but it's looking well. Jackson Ball League looking well down there. No mushrooms there, but it's looking good. I haven't been around to any of the others as of yet. Does anyone know the one of that little cemetery north of the sports complex in Bartlesville on the bank of the creek there? Nobody knew we had one there, huh?
It's marked as Cherokee.
Cherokee, they're taking care of it, because they, last time we were down there,
The Beck Cemetery.
there are nowhere in that cemetery.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah, because
Cherokee.
I was wondering, because I was down there when the creek washed out, and I was helping oversee the project when they were bringing in riprap, reshoring the creek so it wouldn't wash out.
My wife Elsie's down there, she's got a big headstone that they just replaced down there.
Yeah. You go to where the baseball fields
Well, that's
are,
back
and
cemetery.
they're on Tuxedo. Just to the east of that, there's that little road going up there. Yeah, go back behind that construction place back there.
That's called the Beck Cemetery.
Beck Cemetery.
I think you go down Young Street.
So, somebody reported a meeting or two ago that they went down there and they couldn't get in. That
There has been
business had
a gate across it.
was it locked?
I've
It
never been down
wasn't
there
when
before.
we went.
What locked?
Because
Well, the
my
gate
back
wasn't
door
even
closed.
closed.
Okay.
But there's, somebody has big heavy equipment that owns the property back in there.
Yeah. It's a,
And
I don't remember the name of the company.
Is it Bill Lawrence?
I
think.
couldn't tell you, man.
And I think probably there are times that it is locked. I don't know how you get the key in that instance, but
Yeah, that's supposed to be open right away.
When we were down there, the Cherokees were down there, they were painting all the wrought iron and cleaning it up.
All right. Well, that's all I know as far as the seminary, because we haven't had a meeting in a while. I do know we still need to deal with 2 Mile and get support on maybe buying the land, some land around 2 Mile to where we can extend out. Because some of that is no good for cattle. That's always good when the wind's being in place. That's all I know about it.
Reinvestment.
Last time we had a meeting, that's when we had Amanda Proctor, our bank representative, come down. Forget who all was there. And at least we're getting it looked at. We still don't know if it's an irrevocable investment or revocable investment. That's a little bit up above me and my knowledge of finances. But as of yet, as this time, we still don't have a definite answer of what protections our investments have, whether they can be touched, be changed, or cannot. That's where we're at. At least that's where I'm at on it. I took away some education out of that meeting, but I kind of got lost also.
And I think, didn't he say he kind of leaned to thinking it was irrevocable?
He was
He was
leaning
leaning
that
that way,
way,
but he wasn't sure.
but if you remember what he said right at the minute, that will take a financial attorney's opinion, you know, and we still haven't gotten that. I mean, Amanda, she's fantastic, but she's not a financial attorney. And that's where the answer's gonna have to come from. That's all I have.
Scott also suggested that we talk with the Office of Trust Fund Management.
Oh, that's correct, yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. I stand corrected.
One of the things Scott mentioned was that since our trust document shows that the money belongs to all the Delaware people, that he thinks is very strongly showing that it is irrevocable because it does not belong to the board. It belongs to all the people.
I guess what he's saying is all of the people would have to vote and direct us to do something that could damage somebody else before anybody could sue us. Now, I'm not an attorney, so I don't know exactly what that means, but trifle operations, charity of Brooks is absent. Unfinished business. This resolution 2013-01.
That's under new business.
This is a resolution 23-1301 is a resolution of the Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians support and assistance to the Delaware Museum, Archives, and Library project. Going down to now, therefore, be it resolved, the Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians allocates $5,000 for the immediate purchase of products for the Delaware Tribe of Indians Museum, Archives, and Library gift shop. I guess I should start at the top. Whereas the Delaware Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians recognizes the importance of the Delaware Tribe of Indians Museum, Archives, and Library project. And whereas the Delaware Trust Board, I got a little redundant there, sorry. The Delaware Tribe of Indians recognizes the need for continual funding for this project in addition to grants. And the Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians understands that a Delaware Museum, Archives, and Library gift shop is in the process of organizing, purchasing products for sale both in the museum and at the tribal complex, powwows, and conferences. Whereas the Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians will participate in funding the startup of said museum gift shop, provided that the proceeds of said museum gift shop will be used to fund the gift shop and the Delaware Tribe of Indians Museum, Archives, and Library project. The Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians has funds available in Economic Development Committee, and whereas at least one member of the Trust Board of the Delaware Tribe of Indians will serve on the Delaware Tribe of Indians Museum, Archives, and Library Committee. This was done in a poll vote. We had 4 yes and 3 no. Anita has purchased the product. She brought them 2 workshops to show us what she was buying, and she is very definitely working toward keeping that money to buy more products for the gift shop and for any other monies to go back into the museum and gift shop. Nancy?
On the money that's being used to buy this stuff, it's gonna be made by Indians and not Chinese, right?
Well,
I mean, it's not gonna, it's gonna be Indian made, it's for our archives and our
Right.
museum and stuff. It ought to be original Indian made stuff.
that is the goal for and using what things that were left over from the old gift shop. Anita has purchased like T-shirts, caps with the seal on them, and a few other things. That's what we did to be able to have enough things for the powwow. And from there, we will work on doing the Indian-made products and working that way.
Maybe we need to put in the paper or something, asking for people to not to sell their stuff that they make, you know, actual Native American artists to sell to us, and that way it would be more reliable. Because I hate going into somebody and going, "Hey, this is Chinese."
Right.
I don't like that.
Right.
When I go, especially when it's a Native American museum and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I can give one hint. What actually really hurt the last gift shop was this consignment deal. Consignment does not work nowadays unless you're a really high-end shop, got a lot of goodies with a lot less overhead. A craftsman nowadays, especially powwow craftsmen, I'm speaking from a craftsman's point of view, like on my boxes. All right, you're talking 9 hours time anyway, because I do mine from raw tree down to finished product. You know, you got finished, you got glue, all this, you got tied up, and it doesn't sell. It's sitting on a consignment shelf for 8, 9 months. That's money out of your pocket, you know. And whereas I could have sold it 3 days after.
well,
So that's one thing that'll have to be direct, and that will help the gift shop. It really will to buy it outright instead of off consignment. You'll have a lot more craftsmen coming in then. So,
well, something else to think about. The gift shop's going to be online, so it's possible that we can put the images online and then make the unique things that you're talking about. If it's put online in such a manner as that the buyers will know that it's going to take X, pretty how much time, they will go for it. And we definitely want the gift shop online internationally, because Europeans, Japanese, Chinese love Indian-made objects.
If you can make them and send me to the East Coast, I'll go sell them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
And
take
they-
your
and they
goodies
big
east,
bucks.
west coast, you can add 80% to them, and they don't blink an eye at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This question about even your T-shirts and hats and stuff. We looked at doing our own screen printing. I mean, you could get American-made T-shirts, and then we could. I mean, it's a long-term endeavor, but with computer assistance, it's not difficult to do your own printing.
That's definitely something that can be done in the future.
I'll just something we look at because it can be done in-house.
In-house and offer services outside later through the gift shop.
Good idea.
Are we gonna get a quarterly report from them saying how much money we made? I mean, say, hey, we made $10 or we made $120 for the quarter or something?
Anita will give us reports. All we have to do is tell her that that's what we need. Along the lines, also, John, of the artist made, where we're going to set up the powwow, hitting the good objects in, say, during the powwow on consignment. That would put the
Now, for
artist.
3 days, that wouldn't be bad.
Right.
I'm talking about like a month,
Right.
4 months.
If we're going, for a conference, powwow, something like that to sell, then our artists could bring things in and sell them through the gift shop. They won't have the expense of the booth. They won't have the expense of manning the booth. We do need volunteers to help work the booth. Anybody that would, we'd appreciate it, 2 or 3 hours at a time. We need at least 3 people at the booth at all times. And Anita is coordinating that, so anybody that would like to volunteer, please let us know. Check.
Chief.
Well, plus like John has these beautiful boxes, and I think that if he could spend some time in the gift shop, then that would make a lot of
I
difference.
don't
for them to
mind,
be able to
I don't
read.
mind at all, I'm sure not running around much anymore. But it's just,
I think the
Yeah,
artists
'cause
are wonderful in the gift shop, so the people can meet them and they think, oh, I got to meet the
I
artist
don't
that
know
built
about
this
that.
box too.
They do. They do. They
I
really
know from
I'm
this
sure
John,
John
there's something that they do.
They really do.
Well, I ain't had nobody come wanting to paint my porch.
But you haven't finished those to the right people yet, John.
Evidently not.
We're going to work on it.
Got me on a bad day when I was
That,
there.
that front report, that resolution of, public vote. So I guess we'll just read it into the minutes.
Reaffirm, whatever, reaffirm. I'll go for it now that I see how it's written. I didn't have all this information last time.
You're going to change your vote, John?
Yeah, to a yes, now that I see how it's written, because see, the original vote, what I was voting on was the amendment that it was gonna be a loan at 1.5% interest for a year with time to be back. I voted yes. And all I know was, my last word I got was just before up here, it was voted not to give it to them, and that wasn't the original motion that I voted on.
What is this? This is just giving it to them, isn't it?
It is with the understanding
With,
that
yeah, there's some
the money
understandings
goes
here,
back.
you know.
The money's not going outside the gift shop or the museum.
But I'm still,
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
got-
hold my no vote.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's a motion, or it was approved, or whether it was just a statement last meeting with Joe Brooks, that there would be no more poll votes except in an emergency.
In emergency,
Yeah.
that was another
And
one
that,
too.
I've got poll vote down here to discuss at the end of the meeting.
Oh,
Trust me on that.
the reason that we did this in a full vote is she needed to get the objects ordered immediately, or she wouldn't have the time for the power. That was why we felt it was an emergency to go ahead and do it this way. And yes, I was very careful in the wording to make sure where the money was going to go.
She wouldn't have the goods for the powwow if we had.
I can understand that, and us having a representative on the committee, that is good. I can go for that. Like I say, I can change my vote now, I have to read this on what information I had last time, it was a definite no.
See, I didn't, I changed my mind.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But you voted yes, and
We did. We twisted Palmer's arm and got him to say yes.
Not hard, smiling, pretty.
Well, he was in the
Yeah.
workshop where Anita brought in the items that she was going to order and the discussion at that time. We voted on this.
We, well, actually, let's see, since we changed,
it's written up right in this, the way you just stated it.
Yes, the poll vote changed is the only
The
thing.
poll vote changed.
I think the July meeting, we should know, it should be a report of how much money they made during the powwow.
Right.
So I think it should be in the record for July.
well, actually, we should probably get a report every month since
Yeah.
if we're gonna have a gift shop, shouldn't they have a fund set up, continuous fund? That's for them to purchase stuff for the
But
gift shop?
that's what, hopefully out of their profits, they're gonna have
Yeah.
that from this $5,000.
Okay, but there should be something, you know, where they don't have to
And
buy
they
an
will-
emergency.
Have they, sat down and had a meeting on any type, what they want to price things and whatnot?
Not yet. We're gonna get with Anita in the next couple of weeks and go over that. Basically, the things that she's ordering and the price she's getting, she's going to be able to charge at least 3 times as much as she paid. So that's what she's looking at.
So she does have a gross profit margin involved in mind.
Probably, but not worked out, and we need assistance
be
in
set
that,
down
so
because,
that
you
that
know-
is worked out. And would you care to help them?
I can,
Very good.
Yeah, because I say, I always, like when I worked with the old things, supplying them with boxes and stuff, I always work in profit margin, that's what I base my price on.
you're gonna have to,
A
before you
250,
price it.
yeah, a $250 box, I'll sell for $175. That gives you up to $250 for the profit. If you can get more than that, then you're kind of hurting business. Because people will buy a cheaper, worse looking box, you know,
Right.
and have an ugly box and have it cheaper than a good one.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yes. That was one where this is two. That was three. That was,
What was the one? First
Well,
one
you did 3 first.
yeah, we did
Oh,
3
three
first.
first.
Got out of order.
Now we have 2.
This last resolution is a resolution of who has the authority to talk with the Office of Trust Fund Manager when they're out on trust account. And it includes all of the trust board members and the chief, treasurer.
But it's a little bit more than talk about it, isn't it? It says initiate tribal disbursements.
Again,
That means that you can go up there and move the money without,
no.
the way I looked at it, to persons.
What's wrong with the way we've got it now?
This is the way we've had it. What this is, this goes for the 75,000 that the BIA
Right,
owns.
I understand. And that's not the way that it's been.
For that part, yes. We have to do this. See, look at the first, now therefore be it resolved.
Yep.
The trust board hereby approves the following persons to initiate tribal disbursements via trust board resolution. Chief Paul Pachonin, trust board chairman Chester Brooks, and vice chairman Roberta Crawford. Those 3 people with a
Can we see the
resolution.
last resolution?
I
I
copied
want to see what it was like before. If
this.
this is supposed to be like it.
See no problem.
You talked about it a year ago.
I mean, whenever this resolution was passed, she said it's just like the last resolution. Well, where's the last
It's-
resolution? I can't vote on something that it's like if I don't know it is like it.
It's,
The last resolution had the chief and me on it.
And why do we have to pass a new resolution?
we have to pass a new one every year.
Okay,
It's
then I want,
required.
okay, before I vote on this, I want to see the one from last year.
Okay, I left it in my bag.
Okay. Then I'm not going to vote on this.
I think on the last one, bit my paragraph. Initiate transactions, obtain information, give investment instructions, be it trust board resolution was left off, investment reports been provided in each one of the others.
Oh, what, the fee finally there resolved?
Yeah, the last
paragraph on the front page, or the last paragraph, period?
The last paragraph,
Be
period.
it finally resolved that the Delaware Trust Board adopts this resolution in concurrence with the Tribal Council Resolution 2013-21,
Is that,
comma, 21, and directs United States Department of the Interior to be notified that the persons named herein are authorized to initiate financial transactions. I haven't seen 2013-21.
in other words, you're talking about the tribal council resolution?
Well, it
This
says,
is the
it
tribal-
addresses it right here.
Here's the tribal council resolution.
Okay, does this go back to last year?
No.
2013 indicates your year.
I want 2012s.
Right, and I have a copy, I thought it was in this group, but
I mean, I just think I can't vote on something if I don't know what I'm voting on. And everybody's saying, or some are saying, this is what it was before. I don't know that.
That,
And I don't think it's fair to me just to say, well, it's always been this way. Show me it's always been this way. And then I can be on it, but I can't. I can't.
well, for one thing, Bonnie, it hadn't always been this way, because last year, we did have the chief on there, but we didn't have the treasurer of the tribe on there. That, essentially, that's,
So what you're saying is it's not like last year's. And I was just told it was. See, that's
Well,
why I want to look at
it's-
last year's.
there are some minor changes. Excuse me. But I can get you a copy of that.
Okay.
Table this until,
Well, yeah, or you can vote, and I don't know, but I'm not going to vote to approve it this thing until I get more information.
I,
and that was a typo. There was in 21, they had to come in 21.
That, to be a trust board resolution to be put in there also somewhere on that last.
Basically on that, this last one, it just says that the resolution is in concurrence and the Department of Interior to be notified that the persons named herein are authorized to initiate financial transactions, obtain information, or give instructions.
That leaves it open-ended to me.
Okay,
I may be reading it wrong, I don't know, but to me, that leaves it open-ended.
okay, so,
Be a trust board resolution, to me, in my mind, should be added.
okay.
Other than that,
Can I make a motion that we table this resolution till the next meeting? When we have further information?
under Robert's rules, you sure can.
I make that motion.
Second.
motion been made, in a second. Okay. Further discussion? All in favor of the motion? Opposed? Other business?
Can I make a suggestion that the resolutions be put on the website in PDF form? That way there's accessible. There's nothing in those, I don't think, that's really confidential or
No, shouldn't be.
priority. So,
They should go on with the report of this meeting.
right.
Yeah,
Like
well,
everyone should.
everybody should be posted.
But that way you can pull it, any question like this, you can pull it up online and have access to it.
Right.
We're obviously going to have an empty should be posted on the internet that there's no trust board seat that's going to be held next month.
And it
Do
needs-
a motion to put them two unexcused to accept the Ann's resignation.
And we haven't accepted a resignation.
Yeah, that needs to be done.
Somebody so moved.
So moved.
Motion been made to accept the resignation. There, second.
I'll second.
All in favor of the motion, say aye. Opposed? No abstentions.
I move that Joe Brooks' absence be unexcused.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded that Joe Brooks' absence be excused. All in favor?
Aye.
There is no opposed, no abstentions. Does anybody have any further to
I think when you post that on the website, it needs to be put on there that they must be present.
Might have helped.
You know, I just think, it's just a disclaimer.
They can't come to a meeting and get appointed. They probably
But
won't get
I
appointed.
Are you having them from 3 o'clock from now on?
No.
Or is it just today?
It's, well, in the tribal, it says that they can be scheduled month to month. So it depends.
So we haven't decided that yet.
You know, we'll decide next month, I assume, tonight. According to the tribal plan, our meetings are.
When and where.
When and where, right. This was 3 o'clock to make sure that the tribal council members can get back in time for the tribal meeting. If it was in Bartlesville, 4 o'clock would have been fine.
Do I hear it further?
What'd you say?
Chief?
I'd just like to say that Verna's been sitting in 2 seats. Should you appoint another secretary? Verna's been sitting in 2 seats, the vice chair and the secretarial chair. Should you appoint a
I
secretary
think I see where this is
or
going.
vote on a secretary?
I think I see where you're headed with this, Paula.
I don't mind doing it, but that's up to the pleasure of the board.
I never realized.
I don't think it's right for her to be held in 2 seats.
We're also going to be needing treasurer. Yeah.
They probably all want to wait till next month on that one.
Should we wait until we appoint a new board member to fill those other seats, or do you want to
I move
select the
that we
secretary?
wait until we fill the chair at next meeting to appoint new officers as far as treasurer, secretary goes.
Yeah. Is that a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made
Don't you
and
call us bullet.
seconded. Wait to appoint a new treasurer and secretary at next month's meeting. All there is discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If nobody has it, Bonnie.
This poll voting thing. I got a problem with this. Okay, I understood they had to order this stuff. But after the last meeting, which was my first meeting, the next day, Chad, you call me and say, I gotta take a poll vote. John called me, and John, I love you to death, but John called me and he doesn't think we can have Amanda Proctor at that meeting, so we need to do a poll vote. We just had a meeting the night before, we voted unanimously.
I called you.
You called Joe, you called Chet.
I said we needed a financial.
Right, so
attorney.
Chet calls for a poll vote the next day after we voted unanimously the night before. I just have a problem with poll voting on something we just voted on. I mean, that would have been like somebody calling and saying, oh, I think we need to re-vote on Bonnie Joanne. I mean, that you can't do that. And so, unless it's a real emergency, I am not going to poll vote on anything. I will refuse. I just think that's wrong if it's not an emergency.
I can live with that, because that was my original intent,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
for emergency though.
Right, and so,
But for power, I can see it be an emergency, but the other,
Yeah, are you gonna
Yeah.
be projecting it like emergency, or you wanna kind of play
Well-
around rules, or what's an
well,
emergency?
I'm going to interpret it myself, whatever they call and tell me. If they tell me it's something, like they told me, I'm in Italy, and Chet texts me, and I thought, what are you texting me on a poll vote for? On T-shirts. Then he come back and said, well, if they don't get the money, they won't have in time for the ballot. Okay, fine. I'll vote to loan them the money. I did not vote to give them the money. But we're doing it, that's fine. I was over there, I didn't have the whole story. I said, fine, I'll vote to loan them the money. But I kind of felt like then that was going to be an emergency, especially if we wait till, what is today? May 6th,
yeah.
and the powwow's 3 weeks away. I do understand you can't get stuff done, it's the old sales thing, you got 3 choices, good, bad, good, cheap, fast, pick 2, you can't have all 3. You can have it good and fast, but it won't be cheap, or cheap and fast, but it won't be good. So I voted on it, but I just think poll voting in this tribe has been abused. It's just my opinion. I'm done.
That's definitely something we need to look at, and I totally agree that if it's not something that can't wait until the next meeting,
Right.
then yeah, I'll poll vote, but otherwise I would say no.
Chet?
I just heard 2 things on this resolution. Number one is was an allocation of $5,000 to the gift shop, and then I heard it's a loan to the gift shop.
No, there was choices. That when they poll voted, it was choices. Do you want to give it to them?
Oh, okay.
Do you not want to give them anything? When Chet texted me, it was, don't give them anything, loan them the money to be paid back to the trust, or give them the money.
So is it an allocation or a loan?
This is an allocation.
Okay.
I voted no on the
Yeah.
allocation.
And is this
So
second
the
page?
resolution became giving it to them.
Is this second page tied to the resolution? Then that already has gone out the window because Deanne is no longer part of it.
Oh, you're
Well-
speaking of the OFTM?
Yes,
No.
that's not part of the resolution.
No, the library
Oh,
is,
Right, that's
One-
separate.
Separate deal, okay.
That library, I voted on, we just got Deanne's resignation this week.
I didn't know whether her resignation completely just now right or not.
We have an understanding, and they got the money, and we want T-shirts.
But they're costs.
I would like to discuss the time and place of the next meeting.
Good point.
4 o'clock, Bartlesville.
that's your motion.
Yeah, what is that, June
Get your card,
3rd?
get your phones out and do it.
I'm thinking June 3rd,
June the 3rd.
4 o'clock, Bartlesville, Community Hall.
Do I hear a second? Second. June 3rd. 4 o'clock. Motion been made and second to have our annual regular meeting in Martinsville at the community center at 4 o'clock.
How
I'm
about June
sorry.
3rd?
Yeah, I just said.
Oh, June 3rd.
June
I'm sorry.
3rd, okay.
And by community center, you mean the Delaware Community Center,
Yes,
not the
correct.
Bartlesville
Right, no.
Community Center?
Yeah, where we have lunch.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn? So,
I'll second it.